Okay, so today we're doing tri-loom. And I'm just going to show y'all that I have continuous and cut strand. And I will show you both. We will all be working on the continuous. So Tina was up and she was working her weaving on this little loom. So Catherine, before you leave, do you want to weave? Do you want to weave some? Come on, come on, get up. Tina's going to show you how. Because the next person that comes up, you're going to show. So Tina, it's really easy.
Let's see if I remember.
Okay, all right.
Oh, you went
good
on the other end.
Yeah,
okay.
I could. Okay, so I have a handout, and Marcia, I'll send it to you. It's the one thing that I don't.
Or send it to me and I'll send it out to everybody.
Okay, I have it. I have everything except for Janet, and I gave her credit. This page is Janet, and she has a wonderful illustration at the bottom that she teaches with.
Okay.
And they're built very easily. You can have a yarn. You just start weaving at one end and go. If you're doing the continuous strand, you just walk, flip up, and then go back. And that's all it is. There's no waste.
This one.
There's depending on how large the loom that you're weaving on.
So this
is the time.
You're going to need
frame.
to go under that one.
Speaking of a history, a lot of people thought that the 50s and 60s were when the actual loom started. Tri-loom.
Yeah, I don't
But
have a big enough finger.
there was somebody on
What if
Facebook,
you don't have a big enough finger?
then, wait 1 second, we have a,
You got short fingers.
here you go, and you can start using a locker hook is what you use.
Okay. The hook end or the?
I would use the hook end.
Yeah, the hook end first.
Okay.
And I've got 2 of them, so let's see where my other one is.
Just hook it onto the hook. Keep hooking it.
I would kind of do it like the same as your
Oh,
finger.
I don't know, I have
to.
2, but
And then pull it.
Oh,
through.
it's stuck
I'm not
here.
really using the hook. I'm just using this.
okay,
Right.
so
To separate.
And
locker
until you get to
hook,
the end, and then
it
you
looks
can
like a
put it
crochet
on.
hook, but it has a little hole in the bottom, okay? So it can be used like a needle.
It's a Canuck
You want
or Canucking.
to show them on the?
In German, they have a special thing that you do with this.
Oh, I've never seen that. Where'd you get
Yeah. Amazon, $8 and you can get 6.
it? What's it called again?
It's called a locker hook, Locker, and put a locker crochet hook together.
I think you can find them at
You can find them at Michael's as well as Joann's, but they're not at the store, because I went to
Oh.
both stores, because,
What about Lobby Hobby? Because I think I bought mine there.
well, maybe Lobby Hobby.
I
I've
don't know.
personally, I've only go to Lobby Hobby when I'm at one of my kids' houses. That's the only time, because they don't have one close to here. Do they have one in Richmond?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the only thing you need,
Okay.
and the other thing that,
And a loom.
and a loom, and a comb, a wide tooth comb.
Oh.
I like this one. I think I got it at the dollar store. Has a little hook on the end. So then you just hook it on your loom, and then you use it. You use it to get everything straight.
Tell them about that stand.
So that's your beater bar.
Yes. Okay. Now this stand I got at Home Goods, $20. Maybe not even $20. It could have been cheaper. It could have been $19.99. And then I have these little. Ooh.
Throwing stuff at us.
I have these
Thank you.
that I clamp on the.
Oh, yeah.
On. to make sure that it stayed and didn't pop off.
This is
Right.
very exercise oriented.
And if
isn't
you,
it?
if you take
I
the
can't imagine
loom off
doing
a
that.
second,
Uh-huh.
is it gonna be too hard so they can see it?
Yeah, no.
So that stand is just normally a stand for
A piece of
picture?
artwork, yeah.
Oh.
It's just a,
Just a regular art easel?
just an art easel
Where'd you find that?
at Home Goods.
That's nice. I'm gonna go over and see if I can snag one.
Now, this was a long time ago.
But the other stand is made for that.
Yes.
Correct?
Okay, so, yeah, and we're good.
$200 though.
Yes,
The other stand's $200.
yeah,
2,200.
yeah. That's a 100% increase. Okay, so these two books are the Bibles of tri-loom weaving. Carol Lee, I saw her at Convergence, so I bought her book there after Rosemary had brought it to class. I had this one. This is a Carol Lee, that was my gift that I gave myself when I went to Convergence. This stand. Now, I beg your pardon?
You're very nice to yourself.
Yeah. I figure I earned it. And my loom doesn't fit in it. So, you know me and my window treatment. I have a little bitty curtain rod, and it fits right in here. Perfect. So then when I put my loom on this up at the top, it fits.
Clever.
There you go.
Let me know if I'm in your way.
No, you're not in my way. So here we're showing how to do, well, okay. So first of all,
I feel like I'm doing this all along.
no, you're doing it right.
Even here, it's perfect.
It's perfect.
Should we turn the camera just a smidge so
Okay.
we can?
Okay, so,
How's that? Does anybody else wanna do this?
you're gonna get some, you're gonna turn around and you're gonna grab somebody and you're gonna bring them over and they'll So, in the history, here we're going, we're talking about, in the here at the very beginning, it says, this person, Winona Thornton, on the Facebook tri-loom and continuous strand weavers group, she found a bit of history that was interesting in the Handbook of Needlework by Miss Lambert, which was published first in 1842. So now we know we have a recorded history of it being used at least that early. I mean, it is a simple, it's simple, and you can make it anything you want. We'll have the, and then it's a book that's available as a free download from Cornell University, New York State College of Home Economics. Okay?
Does the website take you directly to the book, or do you have to still select something?
Well, what it does, and trust me, I don't know how I did it. I got there, then I couldn't find how to download the page. I'm sure there was a way, but I couldn't figure it out. So I went back over to the Facebook page and found, if you go to the tri-loom weavers or whatever, you can, there's a little search engine in each group, and if you put history in it, it takes you straight to there. It takes you straight to this Winona thing. Okay, so and here's a bigger picture. This is how I was trying to print it, and it wouldn't change. I tried it a couple times, but I'm sure that if I was tech savvy, there would be a way that it could be done. So, Marcia, since you are tech savvy, you probably could get it.
Maybe.
You could.
Okay.
Yeah, it was,
It goes haywire on me all the
Yeah.
time.
okay, so, This is all continuous strand. These, so when you do your continuous strand, this is a plaid one. Well, I had to change, and I left the strands of yarn on, so you can tell how many times I had to stop and cut. Okay?
Okay.
Not that much in consideration of how.
No, down there.
But
And I think
this one,
hook this way.
Where, I had over her first though.
it's all just,
Toward the.
it took me 5 times the amount of time to put the fringe on and twist it, as it did to weave it. You know, you could weave it in 2 hours maybe. So somebody on that tri-loom group says that you can weave one of those in 8 hours.
Well,
Now,
maybe if you've done a million of them and you're super fast.
I could never do that in 8 hours. That would be impossible. But this one,
Have something else.
this is one that I did with fat yarn. That is a
My
possibility.
finger got too short.
And then you can also do a twill. So I ended up doing a twill at the very, can you see it from that side?
I can.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
And this is that fat chenille that you can get at Walmart or Michael's or any place.
And that still worked, you're still able to like weave it? 'Cause
Yes.
I was looking at that, cause it's such an open weaving, and that's really.
And right, the weave is very open, and I personally, I never have ever used one, so I thought, if I'm gonna show everybody about this, I better do one. And so this is one. So if you had this in a variegated, it would be great.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Can I ask a question?
Yes?
Do you use, when you're taking it off, do you use a separate strand to crochet it off?
Now, I am very glad you asked that question. And you know why? Because that is exactly what we're gonna do at the very end.
Oh, good.
We're gonna take it off the loom, and then I'm going to crochet it all around. And no, it's just a slip stitch. That's it.
So, but what I'm asking is, do you slip stitch it off the nails with what's on there, or do
Yep.
you use that extra
Nope.
strand that's hanging on?
Nope.
Because when I slip stitched mine off the nails, I felt like it was kinda interesting.
Well, look, you can see where, on here.
Hold on,
And the other thing that you can do.
It was just sort of tight, getting it off there.
Well, the first couple ones are, that's absolutely the truth. But then once you get about 3 or 4 off the nails, it eases up.
I
Okay?
just felt like the one I did at the part where I took it off, it just sort of, I didn't like the way it laid. And I was wondering if using an additional strand, just another strand, just for the purpose of taking it off.
I don't do that. Now, other people do, and in this book,
They show a method.
they show methods. They have several different methods of how to, she's very good. She has different methods of,
So we really need, if we get into this, you kinda need one or the other of those books? Am I hearing that?
yes,
Or both?
both books are very good, and right now, because it's Carol Lee's 40th anniversary or 40th year in business, I believe that,
No, you're doing.
I'm
you're
not
doing
positive,
this
but I
well.
believe she did her master's thesis. I think this is what
Okay.
this
Next.
is.
So-
Because look at the magnificent pictures that are in here.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
All these are fabulous. Then she has exactly how to do it for each one of these
Oh,
pictures.
nice.
And
Did you get, well, you got that converted, but I think
Uh-huh.
on her Etsy site, they were on sale not too long ago.
yes, they're on sale now. Because I went to the site. Her name is Carol Lee, and it's on there. If you look on your page 3,
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay.
it's
Good.
it's on here. Let's see here.
On the yeah.
The YouTube videos, okay? I have YouTube videos that are excellent. Applied and Dyed is one. And I put what, you go to the YouTube and then you put up in the top continuous strand weaving, and then it will give you, buckets of different ones. But these three are the ones that I've used. And the same with the cut strand. This Jeff Beecham handmade, he is really good. He's really good. And then these are the books. I couldn't figure out how to get this to be black, so it came out pink. I just couldn't figure it out. It's supposed to be blue, but my printer's not good. Goody, have you tried weaving? No. Okay, come on up, and Ginger will show you, and you will be weaving it also. Yes?
Yeah, really.
So, I understand how this wool works. I don't understand how you have to crochet the edges off.
Okay.
What happens if you just take it off? Yeah, good question. What happens if you just pop it off? Yeah, what if you just took it off?
So.
To tell you the truth, I've never done it, and I'm not going to do it today. I am not going to do it today.
I just brought the one that's been on my loom since I was
Yeah?
So there you pop it
First of all, if you haven't, where's my little thing?
But it looks like the edges are plain weave, because it's not like it's the loop is going.
Yeah, and it is locked in. Okay, and so here's another one. And this is,
Is that cut or you added?
no, I added later.
Okay.
Actually, I wove in like every 6 or 10 maybe. And then I wove them back in to, and then I put fringe, so you can have fringe and not twist it.
I just realized that.
So how many yarns were you holding there as you were weaving? You said
4.
you hold more than one?
4. I had 4. Yeah. Well, if you start with one,
It's gonna
wait 1 second. These are ones that Janet so kindly allowed me to show. Okay, and y'all come up and check them out. Here's another one. This has this is 3 strands. Because what happens is
it gets
it gets
flimsy.
yes.
It's flimsy. It's cheesecloth.
Yes, and that's the very first one I ever made is this. Okay, and I thought I was so smart. I thought it was so smart because I had read that you can't make stripes. Okay, and I thought, oh, I made stripes, but I didn't put the stripe yarn in there correctly. So they pucker, they come out. They're just a big fat pain in the rump. So, yes.
You can't make stripes.
But you just can't do it the way I did it. And then this was when I decided, okay, I need something fatter. Because you put your fingers in and your fingers come out. And you really don't want that. Not at all. So, and this is another continuous strand.
Okay, so do you remember how many you held together, or
I
just a few?
had 3 cones of yarn
Okay.
at the bottom that I was using.
I'm gonna have to get my glasses.
They were
part of my problem.
the raw silk balls that are variegated, and that's what this one is.
It's lovely.
It is, but it's
It
a
doesn't
pain.
feel like wearing
It is,
it.
but
Okay.
you don't want to wear it.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next one is this. And this is once again a variegated yarn. And look
Look at that.
at this.
Oh.
This is
Beautiful.
what a variegated yarn
And
can
it did
do
that on
for
its
you.
own without you manipulating.
That's correct. But what I did manipulate was, when it was on my loom, I put it on my table and then I went into my stash, and every place that, every place there was red in the, here, this is right.
I can see.
Let's do the plum. Every place there was the plum color, then I went and wove just
Can you pull it? 'Cause
a plum textured yarn in to accent it.
With-
So you
So
added
I
some.
accented the whole thing.
You added some, okay.
Yeah.
around there.
So when
It
you
would've been-
added that, did you just put the two strands together to do it, or did you
When I was
skip it?
when I was weaving, I wove with a variegated yarn that was mostly purple. So then I had a purple yarn with it. So I had those two
Held together.
to
as
begin with,
one.
right. And then when it was finished, I thought, oh man, I'm gonna do some more. So that's,
That's a great idea.
and then in the middle is the purple that I did two strands. Any place where you see the bling, that was not the variegated yarn, that was the purple yarn. So see, you can see,
Yeah,
I did have to switch my yarns,
okay.
but not very much.
Did you add the fringe after?
I added the fringe afterwards.
Yeah.
And I added it when it was, I have got pictures, on the loom. It is a whole lot easier to take the daggone thing off the loom and add your fringe.
Okay,
I mean, because then you're trying to get your little crochet hook in between,
Oh, yeah.
and it's hard, okay? So that's that one.
Yes, you have much more for this.
This was another one
Well,
that I just
when you can't
finished for,
That's very pretty.
just for this little thing that we're doing today.
This will come down.
And once again, this is continuous.
This one is gonna come over
okay,
here.
not
You
variegated
got your
yarn,
stripes
then
right.
two yarns,
The-
or-
the white,
And now
I
we-
used 3 different yarns together, and the same with the blue.
Let's see. Do we
The
have-
same with the blue. I did 3 different
did it go in there?
yarns
Yes, but I
together.
was looking up here.
This
This
one's
is
primarily
under, this is under,
cotton.
and this is
A little acrylic.
So you said you were told that you can't use stripes and showed that one that
That-
you did.
You can
that
use
was-
stripes.
That was wrong, but you obviously used stripes for that one, and
No,
that's fabulous.
this is a plaid.
Plaids are different than stripes?
Yes, because stripes are,
Oh.
yeah. And see, this is continuous. Okay?
So you can plaid but not stripe.
You can plaid but not stripe very easily.
Oh.
Okay? And so, and then this is the one that I made for my friend who took to the hospital when she had her transplant, and she's out and about now.
Good.
Oh, it's wonderful.
So she
Yeah.
doesn't get the shawl anymore? 'Cause she
No,
stopped
she
getting-
brought it. She
Oh.
brought.
These are my
Oh, better
favorite.
now, you don't need it.
You're gonna do body part.
She
I
borrowed
take
it.
the shawl
You borrowed
back.
it back. She called me. She goes, "Do you want to use mine?" I was, "Oh yeah." I said, "I will wash it before I give it back to you."
Yes.
Because we'll go on everybody else's hand. Good. I'm glad.
Make sure you
Good.
wash it and something milder after
Yes.
what she
That was
washes in.
Oh, thanks.
Um,
Okay.
But
So
what-
all
Hold up,
these.
but under
Oh.
your face,
Yeah. You feel good?
under your face.
I think so.
Okay. So she didn't want wool because she thought that it would be itchy on her. So
Mhm.
this is acrylic.
And easier to wash.
And- Yeah, and bouclé. See, there's bouclés or in there. Yeah.
They feel really good.
Okay.
You just have to feel.
And so here is one that Janet made.
Well, like that. You can tell it.
Stripes?
And I see stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all see stripes?
Yeah.
I see
She
stripes.
may have done it correctly, and maybe she hasn't washed it.
Yeah.
Maybe all the yarns are the same fiber content, because that was another mistake that I made with the one that I had first made. It was silk, and then it was probably polyester that, you know, the silk rayon, different rates of shrinkage and all that stuff. So you.
No, I think she did that normal, but she cut the seams at the bottom of one of these streamers, and then it squared off in a plait at the bottom, that's why she got that stripe, I think that.
Well,
But
this.
it sure is nice, that's.
Yes, it is. It's very nice, and
that a
this is a
cotton?
6-foot one.
Is that a cotton?
Um,
I like the fabric.
isn't it nice?
Yeah.
And she, once again, she uses more than one strand. Okay. Okay, so then when we get to our cut strand, on my 7-foot loom, I cut my pieces of yarn 72 inches. I have a table that I made curtains on for years. And so I just have my tape measure out, 72, have the TV on, I look around and go, oh, what do I want to do now? And then I grab something and cut, and that's this one. And when I was listening to Jeff Beckham, he said that every 10 or so put an accent. So that's what I sort of did, but I think I didn't do it every 10. Maybe I did. But anyway, about every 10 there's something that's similar, and it must be this blue. And then on these you have what's called you have to lock it in. So when you're starting, I start from here, the bottom right, and go up and over. But you have to leave the first one open. And you leave it open because at the end you're going to lock the stitches in. And on the cut strand, you always have to use 2 strands anyway. You put a knot. I would put my knot 5.5 inches in. I would put my knot, and then I would weave, and then you put a knot here. So then you're doing your fringe and you're weaving at the same time.
So you start at the bottom point.
I started right here,
Okay.
and then I go up, over, tie off, and then the next one.
Ah.
So now, you started this one differently though.
That is a continuous strand.
Oh,
Okay, but go back to the I'm confused, so you're not doing
This and this is continuous strand weaving.
right.
I want to show you an example. I want to show you.
different.
Yeah, this is done differently. And people like you, Tina, who have magnificent amounts of yarn that you've hand spun,
Yeah, that's
this is what you want to do.
yeah.
So then this one was similar. No, this is the next one.
So with cut strand, you're taking at least 2 yarns, making a knot, hooking it in the bottom, and then stretching it to the top, make another knot, and hook it over the top pin.
That's correct.
And then take another cut strand, put a knot, hook it in the next pin.
And go up.
And go up. And so you do the whole side.
Well,
So
you start
work
here,
it and then weave it, or
you work here, and you go up here. And then you go here and here, and it goes. And see, this one is log cabin, and I put the pattern, how I did this one for the log cabin. I had 3 colors, dark, light, and accent color, because we had something earlier, and we saw this really beautiful scarf that was on the internet. And Sandy and I were, oh gosh, that's gorgeous. And so I just kept looking at it, and figured out how to do it. So here it is, and so that's why I have that pattern
So
there.
where's the weaving happening?
Yeah.
The weaving, Look at the YouTube.
But do you warp, like this one, do you warp it all with the strands and then come back and weave?
No, it's, once you start, you know what, how like here, when you're starting,
Yeah.
it just starts to happen. At the very beginning, you're thinking, what am I doing and how am I gonna make it work?
When you take your second, you take your first one up, and just 2 strands. You take your second one and you interweave it where it
Right.
crosses the first one.
Right, so the first one goes from here, up, and over. And then the next one comes here, up, under, over.
Okay.
One time, and then the next it's over, under,
Got it.
and then over, under, over,
Okay,
under,
so you're
over,
still
over,
weaving
under.
at the same time.
Yeah, once you get them here, because they're going from this nail over to here. This nail over to here. And then at the very end, okay, because you're going from here to here, here to here, here to here, here to here. So it starts the weaving process up in the corner.
And you're just doing it each strand.
And all
And then
down here,
weaving
you
the frame.
just have strands until you know, it's
So you make
magic.
your knot at the bottom,
It's magic.
go up to the top,
And
loop
then over.
around, and go down to the side.
And then
And
till you
then
tie your
you
knot.
tie your knot.
Yeah.
Leave the first pin open.
Yeah, the first pin has to be open because at the very end, so that when you pop it off, you don't want everything to come, all the hard work that you have just to unravel.
So which one is the first pin?
Here.
The one at the
No,
very
but I wanna see
the corner.
tippy top corner.
Okay, so here, and what I do is, I'm a little crazy, y'all already know that. I did it twice. And I went in between my yarns at the end. See, all these other ones, and you can see how it's over, under, and then here when I'm doing it, I go in between them. See how I went in between them, because I had 2 or 3, whatever. That's what I do. Now that other guy, he doesn't do that, but I did it.
Something that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so then we have,
Can
okay.
you use more than 2 yarns on the cut loop?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
check
but you
this
have to
out.
have at least 2.
Yeah, you have to have at least 2. And here, pass it around, look at it.
So on the cut strands, the patterning, you do that.
Yes.
Where with the continuous, it kind of happens when you. That
Exactly.
happens on it.
If you have a really nice variegated yarn that has,
Yeah.
if it's okay.
I'm sorry, did you
If
want,
it's like,
this one?
were you gonna use this book?
you can use it.
Oh,
This is how this was made. This yarn was this, but I platted it out, So any place in this,
What do you mean you platted it out?
well, see, it's plaid.
Yeah.
I stopped and put in purple yarns.
Oh, when it didn't do
Well,
its thing?
Well,
Right.
no.
to make it more
This
distinctive.
is a plaid.
Okay.
I used this yarn and these squares are this yarn. Okay, did that make more sense?
Yeah, so the
right.
pattern in the yarn is this right here, and then you just made the stripes more distinctive. by using
No,
the
no,
longer
no,
yarn?
no.
Oh,
It is a plaid, and the purple, I had 3 different purples, and
So you
the
have
green.
3 different yarns that you used, not just that one. You
Yes.
had a purple and you had a green.
Yes, this is the big blocks,
'Cause otherwise,
and everything else is
And
a
you had a
plaid.
purple yarn
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
had a green.
Just like this.
Right.
Did I make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that we're on the same boat now.
Okay,
It does make a difference.
all right.
We're swimming.
So, and then, this was another cut strand that I thought it was gonna turn out different. I thought it was gonna be, I was trying to sort of, make log cabin, and it is sorta, but it's a plaid.
Well, you just
And once again, you know, I use multiple strands.
You can have these things.
And see, this one is an easy one for you to see how it is.
Very detailed.
See?
Nice book. I think I want to get this book.
So it goes up here,
How much is it?
I don't know, hooks to the nail.
And then it goes
across
down,
to the-
and that, yes,
Yeah.
this is the perfect one to do that, okay?
And then you take 2 or more yarns and tie it around that pin.
Yes, see, well,
You
here,
don't
you
just
can,
knot it, you knot it, you tie it
Here.
around the pin.
see, at the end,
Yeah.
you see. And then here you can see the locker ones. See, I do it twice when I lock it in. Okay, so, here. Okay, you have to stop, I have to do this.
Sorry.
All right. So at the very end, we've woven the whole thing, and we're down to the last pin. And isn't this fabulous? Because if you do it correctly, and that's, I'm very thankful that it's
This one came out correct?
that it came out correct. And I will tell you another little helpful hint. A couple times on some of them, it was sort of wonky in here, and it looked like it needed another couple of nail hooks. So I just wove another time, and I put this on top, and
You just double.
I doubled up on a couple in the center at the end to make sure that it was going to be thick enough at the end. Okay, so now we've come to the very end. And here, where's my scissors? Thus, the reason for
Ah,
the
locker
little,
hook.
Because you're locking it.
see? Okay, and now you're going to weave in, and because both of these are the same, now I'm going to over, under, over, under. Over, under, under. And now somebody, oh, you can't do it unless you're going to do it with your fingers. Somebody could be over there doing that.
Somebody want to do it for?
Somebody want to go over and weave the other one? Or you can just watch, I don't care. We're going to go over, under, and the, a couple of things, a little helpful hints. If you see a mistake, fix it. Because,
Right then?
yeah,
Because it won't work if you see the mistakes right away.
yeah, sometimes you don't see them until a couple times. But the wonderful thing about if you have more than one strand, can be good and bad. A lot of times when I make the mistake, it's because I've gone over 2 and left 1. And so what I try to do is I try to count them, you know. Okay, I've got 2, I've got 2, I've got 2, I've got 3. Okay, so let's make sure that we get all of them.
Now, are we allowed to bug you with questions?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. I always bug Cindy with
Oh,
questions.
no, that's fine. And if somebody wants to read out those helpful hints,
Here.
that might, I won't have to do it. But
Okay, hold on. Helpful hint number 1. If she did this one, if you see a mistake, fix it immediately. Check every 10 or so weaves to make sure you did not skip a nail.
Because that's another thing that gets to be a problem. Or can be a problem.
I always use more than one strand of yarn, unless the yarn is extremely fat. Okay.
And hand spun, people who spin, I think this is a beautiful platform for them to display their yards.
I have a lot of hand spun yarn.
Yes.
I just did the spin together and my total was 13,903 yards. Oh no, that's a slacker. People are doing like ridiculous amounts. I don't know if they're not sleeping or, but I did it on a wheel. Most of the crazy numbers are on e-spinners.
Oh,
What's an
That
e-spinner?
I can see.
It's a motorized one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that doesn't count.
You don't have to do it, you don't have to have your
Just
feet.
set it and go home.
No, you still have to craft it in, but it goes faster and you don't have to do your feet. I had leg cramps.
Asymmetrical or random.
No.
Well, and I did some art yarn too, so that slows you down.
They don't
A lot of
have to
people
be-
don't,
yeah.
they just spin like the same weight. You can't spin
Probably not as much. They're not as
8 hours a day white yarn.
Oh, golly, yeah.
In your case, it's likely to have turkey feathers in it.
No, I did one with peacock feathers this time. I should have brought it.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Okay, Cindy, keep
I'll
going.
remember it next
oh,
time.
I'm supposed to be reading.
Yeah, place pieces of yarn at the top of the loom on nails to be able to see your pattern. What does that mean?
Okay, so when I was, see, this is just something that I was doing as I was doing. So what I did was, I knew I was gonna do 5. So I had this like that. And then I had 3 here.
Oh, so you marked your pattern.
Marking your pattern by putting yarn on the top. I knew I wanted this down the center. So, you know, this has 10, but this has 11, and this has 11, and this may have
That
12.
helps you remember so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And the magic is the other half just does the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the awesome part.
Okay,
okay.
Liz?
Oh, sorry, I was making notes on that. A yardstick can be used to open your shed when you change colors.
Changing colors. Now, that does take a bit of time. And the only things, if you have the shed, you have to put it in, you open it up, and then I would drop it down, which was not the right way to do it. Finally, I have figured out, you tie it on and you pull the whole thing down with you when you're weaving it in, and then that's the easiest way to change the color. I was doing it the wrong way. I would weave right back down with the black tie, and then I was doing it the wrong way. And so last night when I finally figured out the other way, I thought, oh, light bulb.
So you have your, for instance, this one, you have your black yarn, and then when you change to your orange yarn, you just tie it on your black yarn onto your orange yarn, and
the book.
the book.
Look at the book. Look at the book. The book explains it much better than I could explain it by telling you, because it has pictures in the Barbara Herndon book.
Oh, okay, so the tan one?
Yeah,
This one.
it has yeah, look in there and there's all kinds of great pictures. And the Carol Lee book has fabulous pictures also.
And it tells you how to accomplish them.
Yes, it does. And those YouTube videos, those are,
How did we live without YouTube videos?
you know what, I don't know.
I saved myself hundreds of dollars repairing my washing machine by looking it up on YouTube.
I look everything, and I remember when, we didn't have computers.
Right.
You know, the Tavern Guild has a 7-foot triangle loom, if anybody would like to buy it. I'll buy it. Price.
70 foot?
You don't know what I said, but I mean 7, and it has, its own,
It's part of the Tavern Guild weight loss program.
yeah. It has its own, easel to put it on, so. Okay. It comes apart, because 7 feet you cannot get in your car.
Yeah, I think mine is
Yeah.
7 foot that I bought from
So, yeah,
Janet's friend or
you're a
something.
member of the guild. Sure, check it out.
So the Tavern Guild has a 7-foot
Yeah.
tri-loom for sale.
It takes up a
What
lot of
easel did you
space
say?
in a living space. It's a big.
Yeah, but mine comes apart, so I
Does
can
yours have
shove
an
it,
easel?
you know.
She's
Yeah.
wanting to know? Yes, it does have an easel,
sorry.
she's saying, yeah.
I don't know how you do it without one.
I don't know how you would do it without one either.
Yeah.
You can hang it on.
You
Hang it on the back of your.
put a couple nails in your wall and just hang it.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
okay.
some people do that.
Wall space, so I don't have any wall space that's.
Trying to do a flat
7
like lying
feet
on the
of
bed or
not
something, it
being
would just seem
used.
to be an endless problem.
Okay, have we gone through all the helpful hints?
Oh,
I'm almost.
no, let's see, variegated yarn can make beautiful plaid without having to change the yarn color, and she showed us that. And then buy a wide tooth comb for use for straightening the yarn. And we saw hers had magically had a hook on the end, so she can just place it on the top of her loom. So that was at you got that from a hair shop or?
No, I think I got that at like a dollar store.
Dollar store. That's fantastic.
Sounds like
Now,
something
Kathy,
they
have you
have.
done where you put a bunch of the triangles together and make a blanket?
No, I have not. But I wish that I had told my grandson that that's what I was gonna do instead of the pin loom thing that I, you know. I don't know when I'm gonna finish that one.
Yeah, you could make 2 triangles and sew it together. and I'd
Yeah,
blend
make
it.
a blanket, yeah.
That's big enough for 2 of them. Or you just give them one and say it's a half a blanket.
No, he already, he's,
Square, I can't.
every time I see him, every time we talk, he's, wants to see the progress. And my cat has decided she likes it too, so.
You actually,
So that was your last weaving.
That's so nice.
You have one more to go.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, that is very cool.
And that one has a bunch of boucle in it.
It's lovely.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what I'm thinking.
I'm crazy for boucle.
It's a good size too.
Yes. Now, have you tried any like really funky, chunky, weird yarns like I made with blocks and stuff?
No, I have not, because you haven't given me any of those.
Well, you have homework now, Tina.
But it, the reason that this one has, we saw, okay, now I'm at the end, oh, thank God. Okay,
Okay, she's at the
I'm
end.
at the end, all right? Okay, so
And
now,
actually, cool.
okay, so now at the end, this is how you take the magic thing off.
Ah.
It's like the pothole room, right?
So it's, you're taking it off like the potholder loom. Now listen.
That's why I love the picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
We think we've been.
So can you describe what you're doing?
I put my hook in the first one, and now I'm gonna get my hook, my crochet end of the hook, and I'm going to, it's sort of like slip stitch right into
Okay,
that
so
one.
you're just kind of crocheting it off.
Yes, and then you go to the next one.
But you're not really crocheting.
Well, you're
There's no
slip
yarn.
stitching it.
Oh.
I think that's what it's called, right?
Yeah, but there's no
I'm
yarn
slip
there, right?
stitching it in.
So you put your hook in the first loop and then grab the second loop and pull it through the first loop.
Right.
And then you push it through the third loop and pull that through that second loop.
Yeah,
So you always wind up with just one loop on the end.
that's correct,
And just
see?
grab the next loop,
Kind of
pull
like
it through the
binding
last
off.
loop.
Oh, binding off.
Yeah,
Like
kind of
binding
binding
off,
off
yes.
like knitting.
But this, only on the top.
Only on the top.
Oh, you only bind off the top.
Yes, that's all you do, because, wait 1 second, it's gonna be magic.
Okay.
Only bind off the top.
I only bind off the top.
Are we still recording this? Only bind off the top.
We're only binding off
So
the
we
top.
only bind off
No, you bind off the top only.
I have to listen to all this all again when
And
And you'll really remember.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. You only find out.
Okay,
Oh, goodness.
now, Rosemary, you're
Yes.
the one that needs to be over here because you don't believe that it, you need to do something else, but see, come look. You just,
You must have better attention than I do.
Leave it all the line.
I'm always gonna.
I guess I'll ask you a question while you do that. Your cut, keep going. Your cut strand ones. When you have all that fringe hanging out, when you have to have a knot where it connects.
that's correct, and on the cut strand,
Yeah.
you are making the fringe when you are weaving.
Right.
And what the first thing you do, after you have your cut length, mine, I use 72 inches, and then what I do is I go up 5 inches and tie a knot, a slip knot.
Uh-huh.
It's not a slip knot, it's, over, under, then, and then that's what hooks on, because you have to have 2 strands, it goes around the nail.
Uh-huh.
The little knot is here. And then when you get to the other end, you have to tie a knot when you finish. Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to see that. Seems to be when you're finished, okay, you went through with a different color and then you cut it, that you would have to take like if you have 3 strands, you would have to make a knot there or else it's going to come out.
And you're correct, Claudia, that's exactly what would happen.
Okay, I see the knot.
Hmm.
See the knot?
Yeah, that's a whole lot easier than fringing.
It is, it's so much easier.
Yeah, that's nice. Thanks, Cindy. Yeah, I had tie fringe when I made mine, and it took forever to do all that.
It does take forever. So the cut strand, you can make a plaid because you saw the one that I made.
Yeah.
Plaid. You can make that log cabin. And see here,
Yeah, you can feel, it looks like a single crochet chain.
Yeah, you can see it from here now.
Or the.
And it looks nice and sturdy too.
it is. And the reason that I made this one look like this, I had the dark here, is because we had been looking on, I had been looking on Pinterest, and there's several people that have beautiful shawls on Pinterest, and they, this is what they do. I think it's called Clara's shawls.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, she had a accent around the top. I probably did too many, I did 10, I probably should have done 7. Because when you put the shawl around you, it makes like a shawl collar.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hoping is gonna happen when I take this off. I would take one off.
Now, do you have a lot of waste where you're cutting
No
these?
waste.
No waste?
No waste.
It always comes out right?
I didn't say that. But there are charts as to how much yarn, like this one takes 400 yards of yarn. But I do it, with more than one strand, it takes.
Okay.
400 yards is for a 7 foot. And then you have more for your fringe.
Okay, because it seems like if you had a 72-inch piece, somewhere it's going to end up in the middle of your.
No, because
That's what I was thinking.
this is the 7 foot from here
Right.
to here.
Uh-huh.
That's how it gets 7.
Okay, so you can have 2. I mean, it'll go 2 times. One strand will go down and up, which equals the 72.
Here, wait 1 second. I'm here. There is a. Let's see, where am I? Notes are here. Show them this.
Yardage chart.
That was out of one of the books,
Okay.
the Barbara Hurd, I
Let me
do believe.
put it
book.
up here and we can all see it.
Okay.
And it tells you how much yardage it takes for the
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, okay.
rooms and how much.
Number of fringe pieces, 72.
Okay.
That's for that 5 foot, 6 foot fringe. Number of fringe, 288. Oh, I see. Let's see. Fringe, 6 inches, 8. Well, I don't know. That's just a mystery because I can't really see it.
I know, I'm
I
sorry.
can't see a cut piece coming out right every time.
It does.
Because
Oh,
if you think about it, it's going the
mathematically.
same distance every
Yes.
time.
There's a
Okay.
It's all math.
I'm thinking it's not doing the same distance every time because you're going up to the top and then you're coming down the side.
Right.
Going across.
You're thinking that too, Claudia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's addition, you're adding the length plus the width.
Okay. I'm just not that big time on math.
Me neither.
I could do a little proof if you want.
Okay. Okay. Do it, Cindy.
Thank you, math teacher.
Oh, geez. Well, good to know. I mean, I would never have said that. No, I made one time, but the nails really hurt my hands.
Oh.
And so I had to stop. I mean, I quit after the first ones. I couldn't really see wearing gloves.
Well,
Yeah.
and that is, some people complain about that. Different companies have different nails that they use,
Yeah.
and I can't for the life of me figure out who I bought this from.
Uh-huh.
I bought it from somebody years ago, and they sent it, and it all, this part, it all comes apart and was in a nice little box.
Yeah.
And then you just put it together, and she had a very nice video that came with it,
Uh-huh.
and a picture similar to the one that Janet drew as to how to start.
Uh-huh.
Once you look at those YouTube videos, that will.
Yeah, well, we made ours, and I put in all the nails, if that wasn't a chore. But
Yeah.
they were just little nails, and their tops were flat, so they had edges. And my hands get poked really easily. And I was a big mess by the time I finished. So I gave it to Janet.
Apparently liked it. Now, what do you do with the finished product of a 2-foot loom?
That, you have a fancy little shawl for your granddaughter, or
Okay.
a American Girl doll.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
This, where are those?
That book has a lot of stuff where you put them together just like
Yeah.
the Zoom
Yeah,
rooms.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because these, I mean, let's call a spade here. This looks good this way, but it didn't go together.
A button, put a button back.
Well, you can have a button.
But do
Yes.
it the other way.
You tie it in your
Yeah,
head.
do it here.
Tie it in your head.
Yeah, that's cute.
And you can have
Yeah, that's cute right there.
Yeah.
With a scarf pin or
with
something.
a
Okay.
scarf pin.
Yeah.
That's what you can do with a 3-foot.
But your book shows how they put them together just like
Yeah.
Zoom rooms. Like how you connect the Zoom room. They have
I'm
really
sorry
nice-
this is
really
taking
nice
so
with
long.
jackets. They show
Because
jackets
we
and
keep
vests.
interrupting you.
Shows
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
stuff.
Right. Everybody keeps talking.
Well, that's what I was thinking, like in
They show hats in there
1960s
too.
kinda
Right after.
They show hats in there too.
Well, and if you have to stop in the middle of taking it off, I guess you could just put a scrap piece of yarn through the loop
That's why I was asking.
and tie it to the frame until you can get back to it.
Because I made it.
Yeah, you dig it all
It's
apart.
so weird, and so he was waiting for it all of this. And so, Carl, I am so worried about you.
Okay, anybody else have any more questions?
Questions, anybody?
Anybody have any questions?
Have you ever tried my,
Oh, no, I'll try it another time.
now that book has a lot of different, nice,
I think if you had little ones and joined a whole bunch together to make it like a little cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got that book.
That yardage chart, can you,
I made
That's in
one
the book.
big one like that, but then I haven't gotten back to it.
It's coming around,
oh, okay.
it's coming around.
I think, the yardage chart.
Isn't that cute?
See, you had to have this on for weeks.
Dave, did you get a handout?
You know,
What?
we wear sleeves.
Yeah.
So he was just so
Yeah.
excited.
All right, I'm almost done.
Let's make sure I got some off the stacks.
I mean.
But even now that he's out, he's wearing.
Yeah, you just.
Where does he go?
You go in,
And he was so
and
just
over.
like Papa.
Just like the pot.
Yeah.
Just like
I'm
Papa.
very
Just
happy.
like
Thank you for
all-
showing
yeah,
that.
Thank you for, yeah, he is so excited.
So the yardage chart was from which book? Carol or Barbara's?
Barbara said.
Okay.
But Carol Lee's, I'm sure, has one. She has the complicated, weight that you know how to do it and all the explanations. I just wanna see that part.
Kathy, I'm so grateful. You know, I've seen people do it and I just never quite got it. And so this is
Well, and
really
this,
helpful and I love your tips and tricks.
I think that, during Revolutionary time or Civil War time, I think that the reenactors should reenact this type of weaving for their shawls. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well,
We know that
yeah,
it
you
was
said,
done
1842?
1842, because Civil War was in 1860.
Right?
Well, they have some like reenactment stuff, clothing, I think, in that one book, look like, that's what it looked like, I don't know.
We used to have a memory
Yeah.
bead maker. Remember Daddy?
Well, Liz is a reenactor.
Last weekend, she was a shop down in Georgetown.
Oh, nice.
She was a reenactor. She did.
It'd be fun to have a little one just to learn it on.
Yes. And
I think
Claudia,
that's-
if you had that little one, the little 3-footer, you can put them together and make something larger.
Uh-huh.
There's one which is.
And they do make beautiful, little scarves. I think maybe a 4-foot would be the size that I would like.
Yeah.
What size is this little one over here?
That one's a 3-foot one.
3 foot. Yeah, a little bit, just a little bit
Just a little
bigger.
bit larger.
Oh, going that way, okay, I'm sorry, I thought it was going the
Yeah,
other way.
it already went back there,
Oh,
so
okay,
it came
good.
forward.
Yardage chart.
So, yeah, I think this is before, I mean, this is after Revolutionary War, but it could be something that, like you say, they could do in camp for Civil War.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcia and Ingrid and Claudia, I just sent you guys a copy of her handout. I just
Oh,
snapped.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll send you the,
Oh, isn't that fascinating?
Kathleen, if you'll give me your email,
Wow, that's like origami clothes, right?
send it to
I
you.
love
Hang
that.
on, let me get a pencil.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Old school here.
Now, if you could just find.
I'm
some-
old school too.
Okay,
Let me know when you're ready. I really appreciate this. It's fascinating.
1776.
All right.
If you're ready, it's KHGKNITS@gmail.com.
Okay.
So it's KHGKnits@gmail.com.
Got it.
And I really appreciate that.
I just realized I don't think I have your emails.
All right,
You pulled it through.
pull the last one through. All right, so now
Ta-da.
you
Drum
just,
roll.
and you go on.
So what'd you do with the last one?
Pulled it through.
Okay.
Where
Because
you tied it off?
because at the very first one, you have it on a knot, you have a tail, so you just
Okay.
pull it
Because you
through.
started on the left,
Yes,
but you stared binding off on the right,
yes,
so you can use that tail from that
That's
very
correct.
first line.
So
Uh-huh.
shoot off from the opposite
and see,
that you start.
it just comes right off.
Yeah.
Here, does somebody else wanna come up here and help, so I can get this off quicker, so that everybody will be finished faster?
Mhm.
You just pull it?
As far as I know,
Jim.
they don't have another meeting here at 1
Yeah,
o'clock,
don't,
so
don't
I'm
pull
safe.
too hard, Ginger. Yeah.
So these little guys that are fringes are just, what do you do?
They're gonna be, if I fringe it, they are going to, part of fringe.
And if you don't,
Yeah.
you gotta.
And so here you go.
Yay.
All
Yeah.
done.
Right in front of her very eyes.
Yes. And
Yes.
I like it that it has, you can tell
Mm-hmm.
what's the back because of how you've chained off. You
Uh-huh.
exactly, every time you'll know. And then we're gonna see if this worked like I thought it was gonna work. Somebody that has
That's pretty.
ginger, you need to come up here and put it on you because I'm too, oh, it'll look nice on your,
So what are we doing?
see now this dark color
Oh.
makes the shawl color.
Oh, it does. Oh.
That's lovely. So what are you gonna do with the strings that are hanging?
Yeah, it's
Yes,
working.
indeed.
Or if you had like a boucle
Yeah.
that,
when-
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or your fancy feathers, you could put them all there. So there you go.
Kathy, what are you gonna do with the hanging strings?
I'm gonna fringe this. I like fringe.
Okay.
If you didn't fringe, what would you do? Just sort of weave all
I would
those ends
weave it
in?
back in.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Back
I
in.
like that a lot.
Now, if you
like
have
that.
multiple yarns in each pass, would you only weave back in one of them?
I might weave in. No, I would weave.
Cindy, I have to go.
in different
Okay.
directions.
Bye, Marcia.
I might weave one this way, one this way.
Oh, that's clever.
Whoever was leaving.
Thank you. Yeah, it's.
Oh,
I
that's
like it. I really like the ones with no fringe. I think they're pretty.
Yeah, I like them too.
Continuous strand.
Okay.
All right.
Wonderful, Kathy.
Great
Hey,
job, Kathy.
Yes.
pay yourself.
I know.
Yes, pay yourself. Please,
Get you some gas money.
that was a lot of work.
See, here is, you're welcome. Here's Carol Lee's, there, if you wanna come and look at, she has a brochure.
Oh, okay.
So let me get everything.
I see
that
what you mean. So you put your fingers
Yeah,
through.
yeah, I don't like it. I don't like
I
it.
see what you mean.
I don't like it. I want mine fat and thick.
Yeah, you do put your fingers through it.
You do. Yeah, I don't like that.
I mean, not that that's bad, but
No.
you get your fingers stuck.
Well, you
Your
pull it.
watch or
You
your
pull
ring.
it.
Yeah.
capture.
Kathy, this is gorgeous.
On the computer.
Thank you all for letting me participate. I actually live in Virginia Beach. How long do the meetings normally take, just so I can kind of plan?
About this.
About like this?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
Y'all
nice
have
to
a
see
wonderful
you.
day. Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Y'all take care.
You
Bye.
too.